Hello and welcome back to Space Engineers. My name is Rabenschild. I am still a bit sick, but I'm on the way out of this, hopefully. I have a bit of bad news for this base. The long days of serving the area around me and maybe a bit of reading up on the workshop brought me to the conclusion that we don't have any ice here, or just a little bit. The mod author for this moon kind of said that we have basically a large uranium deposit below us, because it should have 76.9% uranium, 12.8% iron, 10%, 10.2% nickel, and just 0.1% ice. So, ugh, the sustainability is out of the window, or self-sustainability. We will have to deliver ice, and I already went up to the ship and used the miner there, modified that thing, and brought in some ice. So we have a good amount of ice. I know where ice is. We can catch up on that. But maybe let us go over, you can see it, some things that are standing there. So I'm figuring out wheels for this base. I want to have the drill to move into the next crater. Somewhere over there is a good place to do that. And I want to at least make the experiment to build a bigger rover here and then drill through the crater wall into the next area. And I'm thinking about this time these wheels. These are a bit too crazy for me. These are just too small, so we will make a rover that has these wheels on it. There's no real plan right now for anything, but that will happen. Good. Other things. K-Max, the one of the inspirations that I always have, built recently a very nice ship to transport modules. And so to basically have modules for his tools, he has a mining ship, and not a mining ship, a ship for working with ship tools, and he made, inspired by the Eagle from Space 1999, a ship that is able to pick up these modules and then bring them to wherever they are needed. And that's always a thing I had as a plan, and I kind of don't know, I worked on it and then it got away from me, kind of. And this time I am pushing through. So what I was thinking is that I always liked the ship from, there's a drop ship in the Starship Troopers movie, and I wanted to kind of go for that style, have basically this big clamp body, and then have some modules in the middle. So I'm using modded thrusters. I might have to go for a few more. We will have to see, because as you can see, I have two advanced rotor bases here that I'm using to snap in containers. I have a container for cargo, and I want to be able to carry two of them. So I have to balance out the thrust a bit. We will have to see how that works. But for now, the whole ship does work pretty well. I had to play around with the center of mass a bit. That's somewhere here. And now it's at the moment, you can see it's just in its base state. I just started that, and now I have to build a nice shell around it. It will be hollow a lot to keep it light. But this thing then would be able to, carry around our stuff. It doesn't fit in any hangar that we have, so we have to see how we transport this thing, or if we have something like this everywhere. But this is not the focus. I want to do a test today with the drill and fill system. And for that, we fly around the base because I didn't finish everything that I wanted to finish by now. So we need a connection out of the back, because what I want to start today is working on the biodome. The biodome will hold, hopefully, a bit of environmentally encapsulated trees and maybe some plants. We will have to see how that works out. It's a thing that I wanted to always kind of test out if it's possible to build something like that. And the main concern that I have is, how do I get the soil into the whole thing? So what I plan on doing is use the drill and fill system to bring into this biodome a small, very thin layer of soil, and I hope that I can go with go with earth, grass, or something like that, and don't have to grab that. So it should be able to just use the stone and make it into things. But what I have to realize is that it could be that the daily needs mod makes a bit of a makes a bit of a problem. I have to see how that works out, because daily needs makes it so that the top layer, basically, the grass layer, is now producing organics for the whole daily needs mod. And I will have to see if the build and repair system, the drill and fill system, uses that too, and maybe says, nope, you need a lot of organics to build this, or if it just uses the stone and we can then fill this up. So what I want to have is a base layer for the arbor. John Rizzo said arboretum, and that's kind of the word I was going for. It's one thing, and we both had the same idea where that comes from. It's one of the stations in the Enterprise D, where it has an arboretum that is basically a room with plants and all that stuff. And here we are going for the thing that we need plants to filter our oxygen through and all that stuff. Something like that. It's for realism's sake. Okay, what I want to do is I want to have a thin wall around this whole thing. And then I hope I made it round. Yes. A thin wall around this, so that I can go and have... let me see... Hopefully I'm able to fill this in without breaking through the outer wall and, don't know, maybe spilling the whole earth into this nice environment here. But first I have to build another build and repair system and get some energy. Build and repair, so that I'm able to do this here. And we need a drill and fill also. Maybe we can get that done. So, build and repair. I will place it here for now, just because I can. And this way. I hope that works out. This is really big. It shouldn't be that big, but I hope that it is just in the end a nice, a nice addition to this scientific base that we now have to continuously supply with ice. It's don't know, that was something I completely overlooked while I wanted to paste this thing in. The object, don't know, I didn't really care for what it held, and the whole idea of having this base here kind of came up very much later. And now I see where the problem there is. Okay, let us go and fill up. I could have gone over to the workshop. That it has so little ice makes it really not viable to search for that. If we come across something like that, some ice lake or a deep vein or something like that, we will drill it out, and that way we can kind of have an idea that this in the end might be like a mining camp that supplies uranium to the whole star system or something like that. That after we finish the scientific operations here, we maybe get into building landing pads for freighters that come in and grab the uranium for the area, if we can get that set up. That's the weird thing. I just found this one patch uranium for now, and if it has so much, we might have to make some deep core mining or something like that. I'm not sure. We will have to see how that works out. Good. So we set up the next build and repair system. Let us take a look what our ignore color is. 360, 100, 100. And so, come on. 360. 100 and 100 is the ignore color. 324. 100, 100 is the grind color. That is right. Janitor grinds enemy blocks. We turn this off so it doesn't get rid of everything else. I have some parts of the base that might be ground away if I keep that on. Show area, I don't need that. It is the same area as the other side. So let us turn this on so this can happen. We might need some more steel plates. Just let us go with this. And when this is finished, okay, we will set that up now. Okay, I want to test if the drill and fill system, how the drill and fill system reacts with the whole. There's a way with a drill and fill system to say I want it to only work when I'm holding a drill. So that should give me the ability to fill in the area here, make it maybe nice and smooth, and then have it, I don't know, have it in a way where I can hopefully, again, lay a relatively thin layer of material into this bowl here, basically. I wanted to do something else. So we need an entrance. The entrance will not be here. The entrance should be somewhere here. So this will come out a bit and will be the area where I jump into the whole thing. Maybe we go a bit to the outside to have the airlock here. And then so that we have a space without any soil beneath us. I have to think about a way. Maybe the whole front area here would be good to just have it in armor form, and then the rest. I want to try to build a cupola over it with window blocks. That might be a neat idea. So go here. I will go straight up a bit and then try to give it a roundish shape. I have to see if that works. Not sure if I'm able to do that. I should find the middle and maybe have some blocks rising up from there. Okay, this is the middle. Okay. Good, I hope this works out. Drill and fill. And I hope I have enough stone. I might have to grab some stone, bring that in. This whole operation is very much untested. You all know that I'm usually just cobbling things together and then hope that it works. Good, drill and fill. So you center around me. I want you to remote control by show area. So see that works. I'm now the center point for the area, and now I want to set it in a way where I can at least see what I'm doing here. Boom base, object 85, drill system, and I will go for an extent of area height will just be 5 meters. Area depth 5. Area width 5. So, and I will go down even more. It seems to be a radius around me or around the center point. So we will have to even bring it down even more. Good. 2.5. Okay. Width is this direction. Height 2.5. And area depth also 2.5. Okay, now if I bring it up, I want to bring it up so that it just sticks out of the ground for just a little bit. Vertical offset should, no, vertical, it is the forward offset, should be 2.52. Okay, see, now it is right above my head, and I want to bring it down to roughly where my feet are, so that it maybe goes a bit into the ground, but not completely. And then maybe project it in front of me so that I can steer it. Moon base. Drill and fill. So this goes down to 1. Now it should be right where my feet are. I think that's good. I think that's good. Maybe if it hovers a bit over the structure, I'm okay with that. Good. Drill system. And I hope that next time we can... Okay, let me see. Vertical offset. Maybe horizontal offset by 2.5. Okay, I have to go to minus 2.5 so that it is in... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. It doesn't orient. It doesn't orient in my... I maybe can... No, it's good when it is a bit sunk in, or... The question is, how do these bushes react? Let me see this. How can I place them? Okay, they are... Oh, okay, they work with the blocks, so I might have to make that a bit higher, the whole thing, so that I can... so that the bushes don't... Okay, bush. Oh, this bush doesn't stick into the ground at all. Come on. Yeah, then I will have to be a lot more precise and bring that up to... what is it? 2 point... let me get that right, and then I will be back with you. So we ran into the problem that I feared that we would have. So if we fill, the fill material will be organics. So we might have to make a trip back to one of the planets to organize that before we can start, or we filter so much water, and I don't know how much organics we need, so we don't have 5 point something. How many organics do we have? That's absolutely not enough. So how much ice do we have? And I don't know how... Ugh. Okay, we might have to push that back. I'm not happy about this. But the amount of ice I would have to go through now would be really crazy. So let us see. Maybe we can do a bit of a trip up and see if we have a lot of organics on the ship. Because the ship is also filtering a lot of ice. Maybe... The thing is, the power situation is up here a lot better. So if we can just go through ice here, we might be able to just bring down a bit of organics. I at least want to test how the fill system works, because the thing with the filler is that if we, by the way, this is the container that I have, can go around it. I will have to set up some cameras so that I can see where the... Ooh, that's not good. What did I hit? I shouldn't have hit anything. Ah, okay, the side struts. I had to make the containers really, really sturdy with some... you can see that with some surrounding blocks, because they tended to explode when I dropped them off. So I will not connect that right now. I will do the delivery if I do with the other dropship. But you can see that is the container, and I can make, for example, one for hydrogen or for oxygen too. It would just be a similar form, because for the hydrogen, the hydrogen containers have the same size as these ones, and then just putting some of the containers for oxygen in is not problematic. We can do that somewhere here or whatsoever. For now, I don't need to transport hydrogen a lot anyways. One thing I want to build, because the original, the inspiration for the ship had a container for troops or for people. So that's one thing I want to build too. A container with a ramp and some seats in there, so that I can also transport people with it. It's again, in my empty world, there's not a lot of people I need to transport, but that's hopefully how this will work out. So, good, let us see how much ice we could convert into organics. Grabbing another boatload of ice shouldn't be a big problem. By the way, I'm working it as much as you don't see it, but I'm working on this ship too. I'm constantly changing things here. For example, I got rid of stuff here and brought in an event that's in the roof, moved the O2 generator to over here. I'm changing bridge modules right now just to see how everything looks. I'm bringing in new lights, and I'm working. I worked on the back too. Okay, let us first do the organics, and then I will just go around here for a second. So here we have a lot more organics right now, so we could filter more ice and just maybe, how much can we bring in? So just let us just go through a lot of ice. We have 1.3, a lot of millions and millions of ice. So it might be possible to at least get some ice or some organics for the first just drop of grass in there, and then we will have to decide how we do that. If we go back and maybe dig some out on Earth, bring that back here, shouldn't be a problem. Not that I planned on doing that. That's the main thing. I didn't plan on doing this. Maybe we can go to one of the other. We could go to one of the other. Planets, and maybe see if we can get organics there. Maybe the alien-like planet has organics too. We could take a look at that. So here you can see I brought in some lights here too, changed out the consoles. I kind of want to get rid of the cold consoles. I like them, But I don't know. I want to bring now everything into one style, and I have the feeling these feel closer to Space Engineers itself. I'm not sure. I will have to really think about that a lot. Smoothing out the top. Also a thing that is happening. I worked on the reactor tiny little bit. This ship is at the moment, that's another thing that I'm working kind of on, is that this ship is really hard to navigate for now. Have to work that out. See, I'm trying to bring in the roof here to give it a bit of a smoother look, and then maybe then I can bring in details, because with all the visible conveyor lines, I might want to change that. Also because directly behind this is just open space. Same here. We reduce the ceiling height. That doesn't give this, it changes the feeling of emptiness, because we bring in the ceiling and then we can build into the, I don't know, we can build up some walls, can make it maybe a bit nicer. Here you can see I've brought in some oxygen containers, and then also worked on the ceiling. The hangar didn't get any changes. This thing will stay as it is mostly, because bringing in a ceiling here is just not, it's not viable. And here I'm pretty sure I showed this off already. I started to bring in some catwalks to make this nice, and it's work. The ship is constantly being worked, and I hit some here, for example. I need to change the color here. The railings here come in really handy, so that I don't fall into that. I brought in some batteries. It's just, I don't know. It's small pieces of work that I'm doing all the time. Here, for example, I brought in another door, but it sadly doesn't close off with the rest of the thing. I'm closing the ceiling here too. God. Having big ships is something really, really cool, but they are a lot of work, especially if you're in survival and are just constantly bringing it in, grinding it away, just redoing it, all that stuff. So you can see that the miner changed a bit, widened its butt a bit, brought in some cargo containers, and the drill and fill is going strong here. That thing, again, it grabs ice in a scary fashion. Oh yeah, worked on the outside too, brought in some more solar panels. Have to recolor this. It's again, my ships are in constant flux. Good. Okay, let us see how many organics we have now. Otherwise, I might have to wait for it a bit and hopefully have a nice big amount later. It's again, if we after this time just have a few, don't know, a few units of organics more, then we will change it up and go and do the, okay, it already, that is 25 units of organics more per, we threw 50,000 ice in there, so ice is not a viable option, I have the feeling. Let us go with organics here. Then locked. Large cargo container. Why the? Okay, we still have a lot of gravel in there. I brought ice into the ship so that we can make emergency rations, I think. I think I can get rid of that now. So the gravel goes here. Organics go here. 50. 50. So see, that's not a lot. And I need to rethink Tim because Tim is messing me up here. Good, we have 200 something units of organics. Maybe that's enough. We will see. Let us go down with the other dropship and try to build the first patch of ground. Again, I want to go with grass. There is barren grass. You can do that. That's just stone. That might not look nice. So let us go for a bit nicer look. If we can choose, then let us go for a nice look. Come on, ship. With a bit of the problem now that I moved the ship over to the station. So the ship is at a GPS point that is directly above the landing platform on the base. And again, now flying it is weird. Come on. Okay, let's connect this up so that the drill and fill can grab the organics. Hopefully. Z and 6. Okay, drill and fill. I've set it up in a way where it hovers a bit above the ground. One thing I have to think of is that the drill and fill stays away from grids. It could be that we cannot fill this because there's hitboxes around. If that's the case, then we might have to go and do some fancy work with trying to enclose it. All this. Okay, control panel. No, not control panel. Moonbase. Something. Drill and fill. Drill. System. And then we go for just show the area. And control working. So selective drill is only switched on as long as character is equipped with a hand drill. We have a hand drill. So what I want to do is go to the external view, go here. I will go into this and see if it fills it or to what point it fills it. So you can see we are close to the top of the thing. It could be that the whole thing stays a bit under it. Then I will change it so it goes a bit above the whole thing. We will see. Let us change to the drill. Okay, when do you start? Maybe it needs to be turned on to work. Not sure. Okay, it is still off. Block is switched off. Yeah, that doesn't feel right. Life form in working area detected. Yeah, okay. I will go away. Give me a sec. Let me move that a bit. I think it's vertical offset or forward offset. We'll go to... No. No, stop. Okay. Not good. Oh, okay. That was 1.5. And then maybe we go a bit higher, just so that... Not sure if that does anything. It could be that it doesn't even do something. So and here we go to 9. So now we shouldn't be in the working area. So let us see what it does now. 3. Okay. No, I'm out of it. Is my hitbox so big that I cannot drill? Go to... Now I'm definitely out of the working area. What is your problem now? Items to fill. So it can't fill right now. It is set to fill and it should fill grass organic. Is it only possible to fill if it's connected to the ground? That could be another thing. Oh man, this is more problematic than I would like. Come on, maybe if... Okay, I will look deeper into this, but I'm done for today, kind of. This is not as nice as I thought it could be. Maybe it needs to be connected. Then I need to, don't know, make a connection somewhere to the normal ground and then set it to the settings that I want. Come on, we test that. And then... Okay, here's normal ground. So the settings that I have right now are... Remote access, terminal, drill. It is... So forward offset is... Or... Yeah, forward offset is what we have. And I want to 1.5. We go to 0. Okay. And then we maybe terminal. I want to see if that solves the problem, maybe. Otherwise, this I can just get rid of. Nobody will see it. Horizontal offset, so this will go to 0. Am I changing the... I'm changing the offset, not the... Yeah. We'll go to 3. And maybe we need to set it to 4. So, terminal, drill. We have seen enough. We have seen enough things for today. So 3. Now it does it. That was not a lot of grass for what we got here. That was not a lot of grass for what we were going for here. Okay, that means that we at least can go and use that inside of this building. So it will calculate the whole... it will calculate not the whole hitbox of the thing, but it will build it around the blocks. So we can fill this in and then see how close we can get to the blocks. But first we need organics. So the next thing that we will do is a trip with our drill ship to find us some organics, I would say, or skim the surface and try to just grab organics where we can. But that's all for today, I would say. Hope you liked the episode. If you did, then please leave a like on the video. That helps me out a bunch. If you're new here, then consider staying with subscribe, and then yeah, what else is there today? I don't know. Hope to see you in the next video. See ya, guys.